Hi there, my name is William Whitney, and I'm part of the Louisville Collaborative Inquiry Team, exploring issues of mental health, hospitality, and the church. Today I'm going to talk to you about some potential barriers that often occur in churches and keep them from extending hospitality to those with mental health concerns. So first off, it's important to remember that Christians in the church actually want to talk to their pastors, church lay leaders, and other church members about their mental health. However, one of the greatest barriers to churches extending hospitality towards those with mental health concerns were views held by the church that actually reinforce stigma about mental health. So some of these views that were expressed that actually had stigma around them were some ideas like emotions are not an important part of our spiritual life, or that emotions shouldn't or couldn't be discussed in church. Some of the other barriers to extending hospitality towards those with mental health concerns were ideas that spiritual strength actually meant that you only rely on God, or that you don't need professional help. In some cases, spiritual solutions like praying more or reading scripture were often offered as the only solutions provided when church members actually disclosed their mental health concerns. Some other barriers to hospitality were views that equated seeking professional help to spiritual weakness. And some other stigmatizing views were ideas that having a mental health need meant that someone cannot deal with their own problems, or that having a mental health need meant that someone does not believe or trust enough in God. So these barriers that we found as we did our focus groups highlights an important element of the research. Church members in our focus groups thought that hospitality should be extended toward those with mental health concerns. And yet, often in these same churches, there were theological views that were held that actually kept people from talking about their own mental health struggles. So what can be done about this? We suggest 3 things. Number 1, teach that having struggles is part of the human experience, and this includes mental health struggles. A careful reading of Scripture demonstrates that many of our biblical heroes were actually ordinary people who had their own struggles, but were used in extraordinary ways by God. Number 2, incorporate solutions into your church ministry that include support by other church members and also connections to professional help. Some of our other videos that are included here will say more about this. Finally, emphasize that mental health needs does not mean that someone is not strong in their faith or that they do not trust God enough. Theologian and mental health nurse John Swinton rightly points out that those with mental health needs have deep and meaningful human experiences, and we as the church need to create space to begin and to learn and understand these experiences. So to summarize, mental health needs are part of the human experience. And mental health needs are unique experiences that deserve to be understood and welcomed as valuable. This video has offered 3 specific ways to begin the conversation and to begin to step in to this arena and do this. Thank you so much.